the Schmo with the Pro. He's 18-2. He's on a 6-fight win streak. He's the number 10th ranked UFC Middleweight in the world. The S is silent, but he's violent. Dricus du Plessis in the flesh outside the T-Mobile Arena. How we doing?
Absolutely great. Just that introduction sounds great. I was a ranked opponent. I was a ranked 185er last time we spoke. Now I'm in the top 10. Like I said, I would be next top 5. Here we go.
He calls his shots. Big victory against Darren Till, UFC 282 in the same arena. How are you going to carry that momentum against a top 5 guy in blonde Brunson, Derek Brunson? Not sure if the hair's going to be blonde, but he goes by blonde Brunson.
Yeah, absolutely. Trained with him. Mad respect for Brunson, but it's my time. It's time to shine. It's it's almost in with the new, out with the old. I'm coming in here to prove that I belong with the top dogs of this division. I belong in the top 5, and most importantly, I belong at the top half of the top 5. After this fight, I see myself getting a number 1 contender fight, and I'm absolutely ready for that. This fight is purely to make the statement that I deserve to be in that title conversation.
So you know this guy. You trained with him over there in South Florida, Kill Cliff FC. You know his bread and butter is the wrestling. How are you going to stop the wrestling and be victorious Saturday evening?
I've trained with him. It was quite a while ago, and like I said, mad respect for him. But at the end of the day, it's nothing personal. It's all business. He's a great wrestler. He has knockout power, but unfortunately, I'm a great wrestler too. I'm a great grappler, and I have a lot of knockout power. So, if he wants to wrestle, let's wrestle. I have no problem with that, and it's going to come down to how when the wrestling is neutralized. What's the plan after that?
Where do you think your former opponent Darren Till goes from here? Because it looked like you were going to finish him in the first round. He showed some heart. He was competitive. And then you took control of the fight and you did what you did to get the hand raise. Where do you think he goes from here?
Yeah, I think he looked in incredible shape. Darren Till, he came out that second round. He was fit. He was in good shape. He wasn't just beaten. I got the better of him that first round quite a bit, but he came back in that second round and showed that championship mentality, and he weathered the storm, and by the end I got that win. But I think Darren Till fighting another ranked guy, maybe a guy like a Brad Tavares, Darren Till, that'll be an amazing fight for me as a fan. And I do believe he has everything to become a champion. I honestly stick by my word that he's not a 185er, he's a 170 fighter.
What do you make of the call-out from Brendan Allen after he was victorious this past weekend against Muniz? He called out a bunch of guys, but the Schmo heard him call out your name too.
Yeah, of course he's gonna be fishing in that top 10 pond. He's nowhere near that. He just beat under Muniz. I don't know if they give him a top 10 spot or just give him a ranking, but he has a lot more to prove to be able to fight me.
What do you make of what's going on at the top of your division? What's going on with Robert Whittaker? He didn't fight in Perth. Paulo Costa, he pulled out of that fight. Khamzat Chimaev, he's now a 185-pound fighter. Khamzat Chimaev, Robert Whittaker, what are the matchups they're going to make here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good matchup, and quite honestly, I would love to fight the winner of that matchup. I would love to after this fight, like I said, I'll need that number 1 contender fight, and I'll take that number 1 contender fight, and I'll fight whoever wins between Whittaker and Chimaev.
Maybe there's a Jared Cannonier who's number 3 who's just sitting idle right now.
Yeah, absolutely. With him, I don't think they'll make that fight. Jared Cannonier, he very recently had his shot, so maybe if they won't make that fight. But whoever there is in the top 5, and once you're in the top 5, you don't have so many options. But I'll do whatever I have to do to get that number 1 contender fight and get that title shot.
So when you visualize yourself fighting for that title, who's going to be holding the strap? Because we got Adesanya, Pereira too coming up here in a few months.
Yeah, I honestly see Adesanya getting that title back. Pereira, I think he's done what he needs to do. I don't know if he has that hunger in him. He came to another sport, improved himself, became a champion. I just think Adesanya's mindset is to beat this guy that's been taking food off his table for so long, and I think that's going to be a different animal. And maybe we see the old Adesanya back, coming there, throwing, not playing it safe, and that's going to make a big difference. But I honestly believe I'm facing Adesanya for that belt.
And what do you make of the hype of Bo Nickal? He's making his UFC debut. He's in your division. He's on the main card. He didn't have 1 but 2 contender series fight. The Schmo can't help but to think the same hype he's getting, it's similar to Khamzat Chimaev's hype when he was coming up.
Yeah, I guess maybe the UFC is like, listen, we have an American Khamzat here. But, I think it's bullshit, quite honest. This guy coming in, making his pro debut, his UFC debut, fighting on the main card. I've had 4 fights, 3 performance bonuses, and I get booted to the undercard. But no hate. It's not his fault. He's only here to fight, but the proof's in the pudding. Once you get under those lights, let's see how you perform then.
And speaking of the bright lights, we got the main event. We got Jon Jones, Ciryl Gane, Jon Jones heavyweight debut. It's been a couple of years since we've seen him in action. How do you see that one playing out?
Yeah, I mean, Jon Jones, in my opinion, for now is the GOAT of MMA, and I honestly think he's going to be. He had enough time to really settle in as a heavyweight. He's not just carrying around unwanted extra weight. That you see that a lot with guys going up in a division. I think he had enough time to train at the weight he's at, to train as a heavier guy and to get used to his body as a heavier guy. And I think Jon Jones is going to be just have too many tools for all these guys. I think in heavyweight they rely on power so much that they don't often have the tools of all the other weights, where Jon Jones has so many tools. He's grappling, he's wrestling, he has elbows, knees, spinning stuff, jumping kicks, everything. I think he's going to bring that to the heavyweight division. I'm really excited to see it. Final message for all the Dricus du Plessis fans out there worldwide. Same arena, same. The odds are just getting higher and higher. The stakes are getting better. I promise you, I'm delivering, and I'm getting Derek Brunson out there within 2 rounds, and I will be in the top 5 of this division. The pride of South Africa. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo outside the T-Mobile Arena. UFC 285. We're out.